And now, please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the compound women quarterfinal matchup number 3.
Es ist das dritte Viertelfinale der Compound-Damen und hier sind die Schützinnen.
Quarterfinal number 3 in the compound women's individual tournament here in Berlin at the 2023 Hyundai World Archery Championships. Netherlands versus the emerging nation in World Archery, India. It's time once again to go to the shooting line.
On target number 1, representing the Netherlands.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 1 für die Niederlande.
Sanne De Laat. On target number 2, representing India.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 2 für Indien.
Aditi Swami. The line judge for this matchup is
Der Kampfrichter für dieses Match ist
Wu Tsingi. Well, there's quarterfinal matchup number
Well,
3.
athlete introductions done
Same as the previous matches. This
along
one's a little
with the
different
line
mission
judge.
now.
Chef, let's get out of the way early. You're Dutch. Sanne De Laat is here. Good day for Dutch archers, for sure. Her chances in this one?
Difficult one to say because obviously she's shooting against somewhat of a child prodigy in Swami.
Just 17 years old.
17 years old, already world champion in the under 18 division earlier this year in Limerick. So she knows what it's like to win world championships. She just has to do it in the senior division as well to really cement her place this year. But I mean, the real story obviously is Aditi Swami in this match, but a little bit of Dutch pride is okay, I guess.
Absolutely.
10.
So, World Youth Champion Swami starting with a 10. Sanne De Laat has a lot on her plate here. The 28-year-old starts with a 10 as well. But, like you say, the big story of this year has been the rise in performance from the Indian archers, and very much based in Italy.
Yeah, you almost made a bit of a mistake there, but I see where you're coming from with Sergio Pagni in the coach's box. Obviously, Italian, former international, and very successful compound archer himself. It seems like he brought some much needed knowledge to India about compound shooting, maybe some equipment tips. In any case, very successful so far this year with India having success after success in the compound division. Although I am happy to see that Sanne is so far matching Aditi Swami arrow by arrow.
Bit of pressure on this one.
9.
And it shows.
So, of course, you've given us your Dutch perspective. What about India, though, this season? I mean, it's been a huge breakthrough for them across all of the disciplines.
Yeah, well, I think it's most apparent in the compound discipline, but it's not bound to any gender, at least. We've seen them shoot really well in the female category, but also in the male category, and also the mixed team subsequently. I mean, the first 2 stages of this Hyundai Archery World Cup season have both been won by the mixed team of India. And I'm really impressed by Aditi Swami in this tournament so far, everything we've seen from her on this venue has just been really calm and composed. And I know I say that about a lot of people, but just looking at her shooting, her technique, she has a really relaxed style. It almost is a bit reminiscent of what Mike Slusser looks like when he's shooting. And it's also, she doesn't seem to be overly shaky or really nervous. She's just doing, well, it seems like what she was born to do.
Yeah, and don't want to labour the point too much, but it's important to make sure that we are cognizant of the fact that she's just 17.
Yeah, she is indeed. And she is 17, but looks like somebody who's been on the circuit for years on end.
Start of the second here, and Aditi Swami leading by a single point. Sanne De Laat, with a bit more experience, shoots first and goes into the 10.
Now we're going to get a good look at that technique that I was on about. Not anything weird to see, but it just looks really calm, and it looks like she's just kind of hanging into the shot, waiting for the shot to happen rather than forcing anything. And that's really good to see and really interesting for, I think, people looking at this, wanting to learn about compound archery. You kind of want to have a relaxed style of shooting rather than forcing your shots. On the other side of the line, Sanne is not doing too bad technique-wise herself. She's a little bit different in style, but still nothing crazy going on in terms of muscle tension or not forcing anything. It just really stands out if you look at Aditi Swami, especially taking into account that she's only 17 years old.
Not dropped a point. Sergio Pagni looking pretty happy with his teenage prodigy. Only 1 point dropped from Sanne De Laat. We can wax lyrical about this 17-year-old, but your compatriot doing pretty well herself.
Yeah, I'm trying to, be impartial here.
You're failing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here, Sanne is shooting really well, and I think if she can keep up this high level of shooting and put some pressure on Aditi Swami, we're going to see if the 17-year-old is up to the task.
Yeah, fallible. I mean, that's the thing. She's very comfortable. There's the exuberance of youth, if you like, nothing to lose. But she's not been put under... Well, she's been put under a little bit of pressure. Chinergy there on the right, looking on.
Yeah,
and supporting his teammate.
Veel Sparreboom on the left, teammate of Sanne De Laat. So probably rooting for Sanne there and not for Aditi Swami.
I'm sure. But not been put under any serious pressure in the match. But it looks to me like she's not really thinking about what Sanne De Laat is doing, Swami.
No, and I think that's the best approach as well. I'm sure she knows what Sanne is doing. It's very difficult. Well, for some people it's easier than for others, but it's very difficult to ignore what the other person is doing. What you can do is just hear it and take the information, but don't do anything with it. Don't have any judgment about it. Take some practice, but that's typically one of the best approaches to the game. What I have heard when I was a bit younger and shooting at some level as well, is that people were saying, yeah, okay, but you're only 16 or you're only 17, so you don't have anything else in life to worry about just yet. I always felt like that was ridiculous, but now that I'm a little bit older, I kind of see where they're coming from. And if you don't have much else to worry about besides shooting a couple arrows in the middle of a target, it's very easy I don't want to trivialize it too much, obviously, but they
No,
do.
life is a little bit more simple.
Yeah, they do have a bit of a point there.
Yeah.
I mean, in most countries you don't have to pay taxes yet when you're not 18. I mean
Let's not go there. Perfect 30 there from Sanne De Laat, and the pressure being applied to Aditi Swami here.
9.
And 3 9s for a 27, and this match has turned around. Sanne De Laat showing that experience is paying off in the third end.
Yeah, and it's not like Aditi shot any really bad arrows. She just shot 3 really close ones. And even though her arrows were close to the middle, the match has just swung around drastically.
Yeah, big turnaround. You can see what Chef was saying on the target there. Swami's arrows all dotted around the line. Perhaps the one bottom left.
Yeah, the first one kind of looks like it has a good chance to still hit the line, but luckily the target judge has some magnifying glasses to know for sure. And it has been upgraded to a 10, so it's only a 1 point difference between them now.
Yeah, but a 2 point swing in that third end, and I wonder how Swami's going to handle this, because it is the first time she's been put under any pressure.
Oh, she seems oddly pragmatic for a 17-year-old, and I think she's just going to continue hitting the middle. But if Sanne does so as well, she has all of the control in this match at this point. In theory, Sanne can decide now how this match is going to go. If she just shoots 10s for the rest of the match, then there's nothing that Aditi Swami can do.
Yeah, she's in control, for sure. And to some extent, this was a match that Sanne De Laat's only option was to lose, really. The pressure is completely on the Dutch archer. Swami at 17 has done her job just making the Elite 8. Of course, she's going to want to go further. We go into end number 4, and it will be the Indian teenager to shoot first, trailing for the first time in the match.
Ten. 10. 10.
And another 10 to just continuously putting pressure on Sanne here.
Nine.
And that's that pressure I was talking about. So now this match has all been squared up.
10, 10, 10. Perfect score.
And right on the line, but that's exactly enough to keep this match all square going into the last end.
We've got one where no one's dominating. It looked like Aditi Swami was in control in the first 2. Then Sanne De Laat showed her experience. There was a little, I feel very cruel saying wobble, but a 27 from Swami. And now we're all square. Just what we want, really, is a neutral. Are you a neutral?
I'm trying to be. It is a good match for the neutral viewer, at least, and it's also a good match for the non-neutral viewer. I mean, it's a very exciting match to watch, and so far, I think the highest level we've seen so far in this Elite 8 lineup.
Yep, spot on. We saw a 146, 143 between Becerra and Dodemont. A 142 versus 141 between Tomruk and Chen. And now we have a very high scoring match. 2 9s from Swami, 2 9s from De Laat. And we go into the final end of the match. Swami versus De Laat. De Laat trying to stay chilled, relaxed, ready for the next 3 arrows.
This is a key moment in this match, I feel. If we have a tight score here, Swami has the opportunity to put some pressure on Sanne. But like you said yesterday a couple of times, Sanne knows exactly what she'll need to shoot to match or win this match.
That's the start you need, and that will calm down the nerves of the Indian teenager. Gotta say, impressed with Sanne De Laat, the way she's handling this.
Yeah, and Sanne is somebody who can shoot really high scores. She hasn't been consistent enough to be on the World Cup circuit or on the international circuit in the top level every single time, but I think that's on the line.
Certainly been marked that way.
She is really, like, she can shoot really high scores, and she's showing us now why she can and how she does it.
This is a massive arrow though, isn't it? Needs the 10 to push this one into a tiebreak. Silpata looks on.
10, 10, 10, and
She gets the X to get into the shoot-off.
Well, you say that, that first arrow, I think they're going to have a look at it.
Yeah, they might well have a look at it, but I think it's in. But that might also be the Dutch part of me speaking.
Well, the one and only Jennifer Laux, our target judge, will be confirming the arrow value for Sanne De Laat, arrow number 2. From our position, it is clearly a 10. But you're right, Misha, sometimes we don't have always the most optimal angle on the target face itself. And of course, we do require official target judge validation for that particular arrow value.
So there it is, close up. Clips the line, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that that one hit the line.
It was marked for a measure on the official scorecard. We can see 148, 148 on the screens, and we are going into a tiebreak. Chef, first individual tiebreak, what are we going to see?
So each archer will shoot one arrow, and basically no matter the score, the closest arrow to center will win this match. So it will just be the arrow closest to the little X that you see on that target will walk away with a match win and a ticket to the Final Four.
Semi-final place up for grabs, one arrow to decide it.
Between victory and defeat.
Wir haben frische Scheibenauflagen. Und jetzt Berlin, auf geht's. Lass doch mal was hören. Es ist ein Stechen. Es geht um alles. Bitte schön, Berlin.
Here we go. One arrow to decide this quarter-final match between Aditi Swami of India and Sanne De Laat of the Netherlands, and it will be Swami to shoot first.
That's a really good arrow to put down, and it almost seemed like she only took a couple seconds to do so. All Sanne can do now is shoot a better X.
10.
And although that's a really good arrow, I think the match win goes to Aditi Swami with a better 10 and even an X. So Aditi Swami will go on to the final 4.
And had to show her grit, had to show her determination there. Aditi Swami, the 17-year-old, is making some waves here in Berlin. The Indian waiting for the final confirmation.
23 millimeters for Sanne De Laat. Therefore, the advantage going to the archer representing India, and is now official. We will see more of the 17-year-old later today. What a performance to stay calm and collected and deliver the crushing blow, or rather, the winning arrow.
Yeah, I think even though this match clearly, or the match went to Aditi Swami, I think a bit of props to Sanne De Laat for keeping up with her and shooting, well, the highest match so far in this Elite 8.
It was a situation for Sanne De Laat where pretty much all the pressure was on her. She, with her experience,